Welcome, my beautiful viewers, to this week's episode of Bring It On. This week we have a talented band called Mary the Station. We have Matt, Andrew, Eric, Richard, and Ryan. And of course, you cannot forget our wonderful, talented host, Mr. Stevie D.
Thank you, Lillian. I don't write that for her. She makes that up all on her own. Guys, thank you very much for coming over here.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
No, man, everything is good because you're going to see 2 live performances that the fellas did in the studio. I think you're going to really like them. They play real music. But the one thing I always forget, and they help with the guys over here, we have people, they're actually all volunteers for this that come out. We have Jim Brooks, who is our director, and we have Helen and Joe Pisano, who handles camera and the sound, things like that. I keep forgetting. I want to recognize them, and thank you.
Thank you.
They really helped with the fellas coming out to get the sound and everything correct. So thank everybody. Hey, guys, and I hope I remember everybody's names as we go around. The one thing I was talking to you guys a little bit, and I wanted to ask this, Mary the Station, you got to tell me what Mary the Station is. Where'd you come up with that one? I don't know.
I'll take the lead on this one.
Yeah.
So we'd been in a bunch of bands. I was in a band in college. I think we've all been in different bands.
Sure.
But there was a time where music for us, the bands that we liked weren't really putting out songs or albums that we liked so much. So we found this band called the Gaslight Anthem.
That was the name of the band, Gaslight?
The Gaslight Anthem.
Okay, I'm not familiar with them, but...
They're a phenomenal band.
Yeah, okay.
Really good band.
Everybody, check them out.
Yeah, check out the Gaslight Anthem.
And Mary the Station.
And Mary the Station. The album, the 59 Sound, their opening lyric is Mary the Station is playing every sad song. So
I remember like we were alive, and it I think it kind of hit us as...
It resonated for us big time.
And we just like it. We like the way it flows, and it was important for Matt and myself when we write music. We were finally like, all right, let's get back into this. Let's start doing it.
Yeah, it kind of gave us the refresh. So
inspiration, kind of.
Yeah.
No, that's... I love that because I'm trying to figure out. Now I know what the heck that's about. Now we know what this band is. Maybe we check it out. But the one thing I was asking you guys too is I didn't want to get the answers at what other names did you think about, or because you guys have been in different bands, did you kick around a few things?
We had another band that was we were constantly.
It wasn't the
changing.
Bourbons, right? Was it?
It was not the
Oh,
Bourbons.
because we know a few people in that band.
Yeah.
We were
Boys of the New Dam.
Yeah, we were Boys of the New Dam before we were Mary the Station.
Boys, what?
Boys of the New Dam.
Boys of the New Dam. I don't know if I want to know where that one
No,
came
it's
from,
not that
but
bad.
that's
actually,
interesting.
That's from a Wallflowers line.
Okay, well, yeah, sure, I know them.
Wallflowers. But these guys were also in some bands. Why don't you guys shout out some of your band names you guys were in?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
By the way, Richard.
Hey guys. So I've been in a few bands, going all the way back to high school. I mean, my first band was called Rains for Days, and
Rains for Days.
Okay.
Bad weather those days. I was in a metal
London.
band called A Death Threat Promise. I was heavier than my
That can't be a
taste.
band name anymore, can it?
I don't know.
And the most fun I had in a band was a band called Head First.
Head First?
Yeah, it's
That's
nice
all
and
right.
simple.
That's good.
Yeah.
Ryan, what?
Yeah, I've actually never actually had a band name before.
Okay.
It was just playing in garages, playing at bars here and there, open mics. But we actually never decided on a band name that we all could agree on. So we just stayed anonymous.
And the one thing, Eric, anything good? Because, by the way, you're going to see Eric play very interesting percussion later, and
Very
we were both wearing lion shirts. If you haven't noticed,
What are the
just
odds
coincidence. We didn't talk or anything. He has Rasta lion.
There's also a lion
I have bicycle
right here.
lion.
There's a lion right here.
And, that's a dog, by the way. He thinks he's a dog. He's a dog. Don't tell him.
No one told him?
Yeah, he's a dog.
We already
But,
spoke, but
See,
that's
Steve,
gonna
Eric,
cut that out.
Steve just said that we didn't talk about this. We actually set this up.
yeah.
Totally kidding.
Here's my line tattoo.
Hey, the one thing I said, we want to have a little fun. I'm going to have a quick giveaway. I don't do this too much with everything, but with band names and things people have come up to what they develop. Does anybody, and you people at home, don't answer this like they really can. This is interesting. Polka Tulk Blues Band. If anybody gets this, God bless you. I'll give you $50.
Home Alone?
Along with a shirt.
What are we guessing?
Well, I think it's Home Alone.
that's what I'm
Polka
wondering.
Polka with
Polka.
John Candy.
Okay, I'll
That's
give you a
all
little
I got.
hint.
They were alone on that.
Robert Downey was in the movies. Superheroes.
I'm guessing Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Avengers.
Iron Man.
Okay.
Okay. So
I am-
one more time with the
What was the
polka.
question?
What was the band? Like band names they had previously, before they became well known. And I'm sorry. So Iron Man. You know any bands that had a song called Iron Man?
Was it Black Sabbath?
Thank you.
Got him. All right.
Oh, we're gonna.
I am Iron Man.
I am Iron Man. There you go. You get a large. And these are
like- yeah.
these are the official Rocket Production
tall, so-
shirts, and you'll be fine with that. So it's
thank
just
you.
with
This
some
is
of the
sweet.
names. Who would thought Black Sabbath, Polka, Tulk, Blues Band.
Yeah.
We'll have another one later. But one of the things, and Lillian, we were talking. She was asking about you fellas, and what was the question that you had?
Okay, so I know that Matt and Andrew are brothers,
We are.
but
Well,
how
we're
did
gonna talk
all
about
of
that.
you meet? How'd you guys find each
That's always
other?
a good one.
All right.
Five of you.
I'll take the reins on this question right here. Like you just said, Matt and Drew are brothers, so they,
had
that's,
no choice.
that's obvious.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I went to high school with Drew. We were in the same grade, and back in the day, we had started up a band. We did a couple Battle of the Bands, a couple what they call Edgemont Aids, which is just some stuff in our high school gym, and I loved playing with the kid. And the opportunity represented itself, and I jumped on it because he's a phenomenal guitarist. I know Matt's vocals. I've been listening to their bands, previously to joining. Fantastic group of guys, fantastic group of musicians. Love
You
working
guys
with them.
all from Westchester area?
Yep.
Yeah, we
yeah.
Yeah, we played, like you said, we used to play in Battle of the Bands, but I think our school was never big on these things. So
I'm sorry, what school?
We went to Edgemont.
You went to Edgemont?
Yeah.
We'll do name dropping later with people that I think around.
At the record show, I went to Edgemont. Just I went to Edgemont also. Yeah.
He did go to Edgemont. He attended, but
We'll do name dropping, but anyway.
music wasn't really big at our school at all. So I remember, I think we played a Battle of the Bands like 3 people one
Yep.
time. We
Yep.
played to no one time. People were actually like
Which is an obvious win for the Battle of the Bands.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're the only one.
so there wasn't much of a music scene growing up around.
And that's unfortunate. That and in Westchester in general, that's why I actually am doing the show. I want to get people like yourself, especially younger fellas like yourself, let people know. Just any little avenue to get the
Yeah.
word out is really what I'm
We
trying to
appreciate
do.
it. We appreciate what
Yeah,
you do.
no,
Thanks so
it's
much,
all
man.
good, and I've always bring this up. In Westchester, they don't really allow an opportunity as much for original bands to play, and I think everybody's going to have a lot of fun when they watch you guys play.
hope so.
Because you guys play music. To me, there's pop and there's music that you put a little more of your soul into it. You're really trying to write something, not just some little catchy little
Thank you.
jingle. And God bless, okay, they're making millions of dollars. Good for them.
Yeah.
But, you guys are trying to write songs, and there's a little difference
We appreciate
when
you
you do that.
recognizing Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, and I get that. And the one thing, too, with that, you two guys, your dad's been on a few times, Matt, who's
Yeah.
got a pretty good pedigree with music. So I assume, growing up for yourselves, and I'm going to talk to you other guys about that, you guys just naturally pick it up, just because it was around the house with playing music? Or
The thing is this: our father, so talented as a producer and as a musician.
Yep.
He always he introduced us to groups like Crowded House, Elvis Costello, the Wallflowers growing up, and there were always guitars lying around the house. But the great thing was he never pushed it on us.
That's
He
what I
didn't
wanted to
push
know.
it. He wasn't like, "Hey, guitar lessons are today." He waited until it was actually a while until we actually really
what
picked the
age
thing
is
up.
for yourself? So I'm going to ask you guys.
I think I was in like 6th grade.
Yeah,
I started playing.
like kind of goofing around with bar chords, but we really started taking things seriously when I got back from college. And I think, at that point, I could play a little bit better than Andrew, and then Andrew picked it up and was just
What about you other fellas?
surpassed me.
Anybody in your family growing up and things? You just naturally, it's all over. You have people that, the families like yourselves, the parents, and some people are excellent and the kids don't do anything, and whatever works out. And you have guys like yourself that just on your own, that you picked it up. It's like, I don't know if your parents, your dad was around, banging out percussion on his Levi's?
his jeans,
Eric,
yeah.
Eric, when you were
I have
growing
two-
up, because
Those were the Dungaree days.
I have two great parents, but neither of them played music. I live in an apartment, so I figured let me play drums because it's really loud.
you're in a apartment playing drum.
Absolutely.
As a young kid,
I'm just kidding, but
my parents, that's one thing, said that ain't happening, because we grew up in an apartment too. Said that ain't happening.
Well, it's so hard for
Go
us to find
find
a good
go find
drummer
a
in
different
town.
instrument.
Yeah, well, with the whole invention of the electronic drum sets and stuff now, it's all good. It makes life a lot easier.
You just put on headphones.
So with Ryan and Richard, you also met in school?
So
Yeah, back to that.
back to that, yeah. I actually knew Ryan. I had worked with him at a job previously, and I knew Ryan could play guitar. He was talking to me about trying to be in a band again. And I knew that there was an opening for a rhythm guitarist when I joined up with Mary the Station, and told him about it. Ryan showed up, and I'll let you take it from there, man.
Well, yeah, like you said, we worked together. And at this point, I was coming back from college as well, and I was. The problem that I had growing up was that the guys who I would play with weren't as dedicated as I was
Big difference.
to music. So to find a group of people who with the same drive, with the same skill level, is tough.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk a little bit about that, but
Yeah.
the thing is,
So I knew Eric was playing around with a bunch of people, so I was like, hey, if you're looking for somebody to come jump in a session, he's like, yeah, we actually have a show coming up. We're looking for another guy. I jumped at the opportunity, met him down at Big Cat Studios in Vermont, where we practice.
Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon.
What'd I
Because you
say?
got me, 'cause I know the studio.
That would have been a hike.
Yeah, we go to Vermont to practice every week.
We're going to get the opportunity about your dedication, getting together, because we're going to talk about the song, because we want to get this on, talk about a little bit. I just want to make sure, guys, we're going to do ghost stories. We're going to bang that out. You guys just were playing a little earlier, so we're going to talk about just a little after this is done. So everybody, you're going to get to see my guys, Mary the Station, playing ghost stories, and we'll talk a little bit after it. So, ghost stories.
My good graces nailed up the walls. The night you turned away, said nobody missed it at all. And I heard you caught a ride to space. Angels in elevators doesn't make for much of a case. Where the ones forgot now, where are all the ghosts in a broken town? Lay me down, arrested, alone. Make me come around, round and round we go now. And when they don't say your name, you'll be hearing from me all the ones that they'll never name. Where are all the ghosts? Won't you wake up? I didn't come here to stay. For the guilty of patience, fake boss. Don't you wake up? What's really left there to say? I wouldn't sharpen the blade, cut the wings of your argument. Wake up, wake up. 'Cause someday soon they're gonna miss you. Where are all the ghosts in a broken town? Lay me down, arrested, I'm alone. Make me come around, round and round we go now. And when they don't say your name, you'll be hearing from me all the ones that they'll never name. Where are all the ghosts? Oh, well, my good graces nailed up the walls. The night you turned away. My good graces nailed up the walls. That night you turned away. Where are all the ghosts in a broken town? Lay me down, arrested, I'm alone. Make me come around, round and round we go now.
We haven't had a chance to talk to you a little more on hooking up
How I
with the guys.
Yeah, so basically I saw that they had posted an ad saying that they needed a bassist, and I had just finished up school, and
We had a SoundCloud at that point. We had a couple of our tunes up, and we had the Craigslist thing is tough. Finding musicians who
There's a
can
lot of
play.
postings that are on there.
So we'd gotten to the point where we were tired of kind of wasting time at rehearsal spots, trying out guys that weren't going to work out. So we had it set up so that people would play along to the songs. And Rich sent me a video. I was like, and we'd been talking back and forth. I could see he was a great dude, and he played the songs
Well, you guys just
perfectly.
did.
And we got lucky to land a really, really great bassist.
No, unless you need a little bass, you need some Levi percussion, man, to make that backbeat going.
Oh, yeah,
Now,
please.
and because we missed talking about yourself, the song. Let's talk a little bit about the song everybody just heard. Listen, I hope everybody enjoyed that. These guys
do
are
we.
really banging out, giving their heart into this too. So, ghost stories. Anybody? Andrew.
Far away.
I mean, conceptually, it's just sort of about not getting out of your hometown. This is the chorus goes like, "Where are all the ghosts?" It's kind of like
You're the last people in your town. Everyone's kind of moved on. They've gone on to their professional careers and whatnot, and you're kind of at home still trying to get your band off the ground or do whatever your passion is.
which we are right now.
Which
still,
we are. So
living in our parents'
I
basement.
have a few ghost stories.
Yeah.
I got some little side projects and so on that too. But no, that was good. And again, I hope everybody liked that. The one thing with all the songs and things you're doing, I think Lillian.
I do have a question.
Yeah, what do you got?
So where can we, the viewers, find your music? Where can we go?
That's what I want. Where they can go.
We have a site that is in progress, but you can still visit it. It's marythestation.com. The site itself has a player. If you're on a computer, the songs will just start playing. If you're on your phone, you'll actually have to click at the bottom.
Wait like a few seconds.
And wait
Yeah,
just
that's
a
good to
few
know.
seconds.
Because if you don't, because
we all
tried it out and we're like, all right, this thing's not playing.
But on our website, it also has buttons that will get you to our Instagram, our SoundCloud. We now just recently, as of last night,
Yep,
Eric
Matt
and
and I
I
spent 5 hours.
What do you got,
last
3 or
night.
4 songs
figuring out a YouTube channel, which is
Yeah, 3 or 4 songs on there, roughly. I know I checked out the SoundCloud stuff.
We are going to be putting a lot more up. They're very rough demos. All the demos.
I checked them out. They sound
All the demos are actually done in our garage. So
got good acoustics.
we so we have a little rig set up there, and that's
That's how
that.
we do it, yeah.
No, and everybody, listen, I'm always here to support everybody. Please check it out. Any of these young artists trying to get things done, it's not easy.
Yeah.
And like I said, you guys are trying to play real music, not just some poppy little stuff.
Right,
And-
exactly.
And that's what I grew up with. I think a gentleman that fathered you too grew up with that. Some of the bands that are out there, and I'd love to see some of that type of music come back. But in terms of that influences with you guys, I come from a little older school with some music. Yourselves, older, newer. What are you?
It really varies. Why don't we go around? Why don't we start it off with
I was brought up on a steady diet of classic rock, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd,
Never heard of them.
all that stuff. But then once I started playing, I found guys who I wanted to emulate my stuff off of. So I was a lot of Guns N' Roses.
Loved them.
Slash was my guy.
There you go.
Stevie Ray Vaughan. Actually, what I would do is I would play along to a track of Guns N' Roses, like they had a greatest hit album, and I'd play from track 1 to track 10. I'd just be playing along with them. Sweet Child of Mine, Welcome to the Jungle, Knocking on Heaven's Door,
Not a
Civil
bad
War.
first album, huh?
Great first album. And then it kind of went off from there. Hendrix, I started getting to the newer stuff, some more like jam bands, kind of stuff like that. Definitely rock and roll.
Richard and guys.
I don't know. I like stuff that's fun. Stuff like older Blink-182 was a huge influence on me. I think that shaped.
And they do have a little fun attitude when their music. I know exactly who they are.
Absolutely. Yeah. So they play a huge part as far as my influences go. And that led to stuff like Less Than Jake, which is kind of like ska
I
stuff.
might not know
It's
as
pretty
much,
fun.
but
it's kind of like upbeat pop punk
it's
a little
like
bit.
pop punk. It's got a horn section. It's,
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
funky
You guys-
sounding,
with
but
a little
it's
ska
pretty cool.
going on, too,
Exactly. Yeah.
Eric, Matt,
Ska.
Andrew, what do you guys?
All right, so Rich, you finished?
Oh yeah. Go
All right,
ahead.
cool. So yeah,
It's only
no,
a half-hour show.
for me, Blink-182 did it also. They got me into it. My mom was huge into music. She put me on
That's
to
good.
a lot of 80s, 70s kind of rock, classic rock, stuff like that. Talking about Guns N' Roses, I just bought tickets for August. Pretty
Nice.
excited.
I guess we're going, right?
Oh yeah.
I just saw
yeah.
AC/DC with Axl singing.
Yeah,
at
I
the
heard it was
party.
great. I saw the
good.
video.
And that's right up his alley. That sound.
But yeah.
that was fun.
I basically grew up on a steady diet of to take Ryan's line. Sorry, buddy.
was
And
gonna
pretty
say
much
that, I
pretty much everything. It was yeah, right.
Everything.
Pretty much everything. Classic rock, pop punk, Blink-182.
I can
Even
see
even
that
to the
with
new
your
stuff.
sound. And then you have your own sound, which I like. You have your own sound, which is nice.
Yeah,
that from the
yeah.
Jeans?
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
jeans, I
yeah.
think, is it. And
Just
I'm
to
gonna
put a
ask
little plug in there, real
Matt
quick,
and Andrew,
Levi 511s.
we did a bit of an unplugged version, and you do play acoustic and you'll have electric on the songs, and people
Right.
go to your sites too. So it's very good that you guys came out and you do a little of both. Like it's nice here and that type thing, acoustic and electric.
Yeah, we
Some
love.
fans forget about the acoustic.
We like to play
stuff.
acoustic, and we like to, I always think that if you can hold it together acoustic, it's going to sound great when you got it full band.
You named some of these bands that back in the day, the Zeppelins, the Guns N' Roses, even with some great acoustic stuff with the Rock, the Stones. I mean, some of the best songs are acoustic, which
Right.
I like it. I like that difference. It's just music they
More
play.
intimate, definitely.
Yeah.
But I do feel, I think or we'd all agree, our songs definitely do come through better with the distortion and the heavy full band. That's kind of more a thing. So we're thrilled to be playing acoustic on the show.
What do you got?
But,
Find out we're almost running out of time. We still okay. What do you got?
For musical influences?
Yeah. What do you got?
He and I share them. So
Yeah,
you go for it.
we're joined at the hip.
Yeah.
So we grew up. We kind of evolved into these bands, but I'll get to them since we don't have too much time. Brand New, this band called Brand New, we're hugely into. This band Taking Back Sunday. We mentioned the Gaslight Anthem earlier.
I have to maybe check them out.
We used
Jimmy Eat World.
Jimmy Eat World. A lot of the guitar playing, especially.
Manchester Orchestra.
Manchester Orchestra.
All Get Out.
And what we noticed about these bands
Weatherbox.
is when we saw them live, they brought this kind of energy that we didn't see from a lot of bands that we would drive to Buffalo to see Taking Back Sunday, and kids would be going nuts, absolutely nuts seeing this band. And that's the kind of energy that we want to bring out when we play our songs, to have that sort of that punch that people really gravitate towards, I think, in a live
We gotta make
setting.
this an hour show, but right now we can't. But in terms of that, I really just want to concentrate on. So we had some silly stuff we were going to try to play around with.
Let's do it.
But in terms of finding you guys playing on your website, where are you guys playing? I know there's.
Our website's got our upcoming shows. The most recent of
18th is Amityville,
March
right?
18th.
18th is
no.
It's going to be.
18th is the chance.
The Chance, great place.
Yep.
Vermont.
And April 8th, we're playing at Amityville Music Hall, and May 19th, I believe it is. we're in
Left Field and
Deland.
So are they allowing a few
Left
other
Field.
original bands that?
Well, we're excited.
play?
We actually just got the flyer yesterday. It's our first,
Were you guys
time
on
being
it?
a flyer. Yeah,
Yep.
we're at the
Because
very
I don't-
bottom, but it's cool.
That's all right.
Yeah.
You ever see those shows when they're doing the posters from some of the the bands back in the day?
Right, well-
and you have all the bands, and then you have like that little thing of some band that goes kicking butt later, and they're just a
Right.
little
Like
name
the
thing.
Rolling Stones, very
Yeah, the
small,
Rolling
but like
Stones,
other
the
bands
little
you've
Led
never
Zeppelin
heard of.
band or something like that, or the Polka Tulk
Yeah.
Blues band will be playing. Oh, we're going to be running out of time soon. Oh my God! All right,
We can do a lot of silly stuff quick.
Do you want to
I
do
mean.
the choices really quick? All right,
What's
hands
that?
up.
We'll
Dogs
answer
or
choices.
cats?
All right, we'll do some quick
Dogs or
choices
cats?
real quick.
Team Doug. Oh,
Who's dog?
Team Doug. Oh, man.
What else
Who's
you got?
cat?
Cats.
Oh, cool. I like them both.
all right.
I
so-
have a cat.
You have
So-
you have a line on your shirt.
All
All
right.
right, guys.
I
Trip
do.
to Tahiti, Italy, or to the moon?
Moon.
That's what I
You say that, but you get there, and what do you do?
So we can
You never know, right? You play music.
There's no Wi-Fi on the moon, bro.
That's true.
Whoa, look at that.
There's no
Good point.
gravity.
We'll
Wasn't there
bring it
something
there.
on TV that there was like another Earth?
All right, Dracula or Frankenstein?
Dracula.
I don't know.
He's much more
Vampires
suave.
are kind of played out at this point.
Yeah.
That's true. The vampire thing is getting
Talking
true.
about Frankenstein or the monster?
Hey, you know what? We got the next song, and I'm making sure I'm going to say this correctly. and Empty, I Can't Deny.
Yes, sir.
That's what we're going to do. One more live.
Do it.
Talk a little quick, guys. We're running out of time. Talks about the song a little bit. We're going to wrap things up.
This song, I guess, is a little bit more about from the perspective of a girl, I guess, that's trying to focus on something that she can't get out of. So that is the empty she can't deny.
It's a relationship song. Let's
Relationship
get down to it.
song.
Obsession.
Just
Oh no, I wouldn't say obsession, but it's just yeah, it's a relationship song.
and I think we're going to be wrapping it up. Oh my God,
no, we're having so much fun.
Oh,
The time does
I
fly.
thought we were going to have a panini. We're going to have a wrap instead. Oh, my God. Oh, boy.
Just gotta have us on the
Hey,
can.
you know
You'll
what?
have
The,
to
the
come
bottom
back.
line, you guys were great. We had fun before. You guys played live, playing's great. That the people are going to see that. You know, you're going to be able to send it out. We're going to have hopefully some good video stuff of yourselves from what we did here. I only wish you guys all the success, man. I love that. You know, you guys are playing music. That's what I grew up with. And that's what I care about. So everybody, thank you, our audience out there.
And we'd like to thank you also. For
No,
having
no,
us
man.
on
Thanks
your show.
everybody.
Thank you.
Everyone, and a big thanks to the
Lillian,
crew also.
our lovely
Everybody.
Lillian.
host, and
Thank you
our
very
whole
much,
crew
guys.
here.
Follow Star Quality Models.
Everybody, please check these guys out. Go to the website, do what they said. You know, we got to support. We got to support MaryTheStation.com.
That's the one.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Okay. all right.
half as much. If the past is a casket, I'll sleep in the mud, and your guts have grown dust, tucked in cabinets and attics. We'll hang up our guns and we'll bury our badges. And she said, it's an empty I can't deny. Well, the heart of my engine died. Well, you thought, hey now, it'll be easy. Hey now, it'll be easy. It's an empty I can't deny. Another miss on the wall predicts stereos from deep in our hearts till it buries you out of me. I've been so unkind lately. From the back of the wall, shortly after she regrettably fall, and we catch her and we're bending each wall of these ladders. Doesn't matter at all when she matters. And she said, it's an empty I can't deny. Oh, the heart of my engine died. Well, you thought, hey now, it'll be easy. Hey now, it'll be easy. It's an empty I can't deny. Back from the dead now, through the ashes of it all, I can be what you need me to be now. Get it if you want. And she said, it's an empty I can't deny. Oh, the heart of my engine died. Hey now, it'll be